or somewhere around there.
So pause right there. I stress this dramatically because people don't realize this. People bid percentage of UPB or BPO. This is a case example. Jeff doesn't even know what the percentage of UPB is or BPO is because he's based on a return, not based on a percentage number, right? He's guessing because it doesn't matter if this is 80% or 20%. His number is based on a return he's looking for based on the situation. Sorry, Jeff, go ahead.
Correct, based on the situation, because we use all 4 or 5 different ways, right? Yield, investment to value, cents on the dollar, et cetera, right? There's other ones that I'm blanking now, but those are the 3 major ones that we use.
Yep.
Cents on the dollar, if we didn't say that, to calculate our prices. In this case, the final number did come from a yield-based calculation.
Right.
And of course, this is an initial price subject to verification of the information that they gave us and acceptance of the payer's credit, appraisal, and title. We already saw the credit, right? And did a soft pull and we saw the credit. So we already knew that. So now this price is still subject to appraisal coming in for at least the sales price. And like we talked about earlier, clean and clear chain of title.
Okay.
And with that said, and then we do one last calculation to check our safety and security, is investment to value. Investment to value is the purchase price you're paying compared to the value of the collateral, ITV. This is a term you got to learn and a number you have to calculate. This is your security. We're at 62% investment to value, meaning there's 38% security above me, equity above me, that if something goes wrong, worst case scenario happens and I have to foreclose, take back the property, fix it up, resell it, and carry back another note or sell it for cash, I'm going to have enough room to do all those things and still, at a minimum, get my $74,000 back.
And what the market is today, this is a big deal because if the market drops at all, you have to be in a spot to absorb that impact of property values increasing.
Correct. So I like to keep myself for my own personal portfolio and my personal preferences under 70% investment to value, and usually under 60% investment to value. I am not risk averse. I manage my risk, and again, in 31 years, I've had 2 foreclosures, and I actually made a ton of money on both of those foreclosures.
Before you go on, we had one question about how much, if someone begins, how much should they budget for marketing?
Oh, geez. Look, guys, when I started out, there was no internet, right? And I was working night crew at a grocery store and work nights and take care of the properties in the daytime and try to start this business in the daytime. And my budget was really small, a couple $100 a month. As deals started closing, I could put more towards it. I would prefer when people work with me and I mentor them or I coach them on their way to start their business. I like them to have a minimum of $1,000 a month for 12 months. Commit to 12 months, commit to at least $1,000 a month, and you'll see some progress. You'll see some deals starting to come. Does that help?
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it makes sense. You can't be bootstrapping this business on because you're never getting traction.
Again, it's not a get rich quick, and it's not you're gonna make $1 million in a month.
Not.
It's not how it works. That's just not.
Nice.
So there you go. Yes, good question.
That's good. Really good.
So I do the ITV, and then we have on the bottom there, we have the information that we verified on the calculator and the numbers we calculated. And this guy went for it. Appraisal came in for like 122, so we were okay on that one. Title was easy. They had a title insurance policy, so we just had to do an update or a date down, it's called, from the time they got the policy till now. And that was one we recently purchased. And those payments are just going in the Roth IRA every single month.
That's a good looking note. I like that one.
Yeah. Yep. Now, are they all like that and that's simple to do and easy? No, I picked out a smooth one for you. But you know, there's always hurdles and surprises. just like with you guys, I'm sure you guys have a few more hurdles and surprises with some of the non-performing and stuff.
Yeah.
But people seem to think that I don't purchase non-performing. I do, just not at the prices you guys do. So
It's definitely changed over the last couple of years.
yeah.
We had another
And
question
it's gonna
regarding,
change again. Yeah.
yeah, regarding from April, regarding when someone says no to your price, right? What do you say then?
How do you overcome some of those objections?
So, okay, so part of the business is marketing and getting those calls to come in, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I can get the calls to come in for people starting a new business or starting out and stuff. But what happens when you pick up that phone and start negotiating and talking and communicating with these people? That's where the deal is made, right? So on that very first phone call, I have an idea. By the time we're done with it, I'll have an idea of what they're looking for. If they're looking for par, 100% of the balance, or a 5% discount or a 10% discount, guys, don't waste my time. This is not how this works. If you can get 90 cents on the dollar, you should have this, that, and the other thing. You don't, so your discount's going to be a lot less. So when I do call with the prices, they are already thinking in their head, oh my gosh, this guy might not even buy this note, right? Because as I'm going through getting their information and filling out the worksheet, most of the time verbally, I would say maybe a third of them go through the website first and put their information on my form and send it to me. Guess what? I'll call them up right away when I get it and start verifying the information. That person-to-person contact, that relationship building is what this business is all about. It's not all about numbers sometimes.
Right.
I bought lots of notes at lesser prices than competitors because I built a relationship and they liked me better, whatever that means, So
and that's worth something. Like that's not nothing. That's definitely worth something.
Right.
Like
And that
tangibly
didn't
worth
happen
something.
over in the first year. That took
Absolutely.
years to learn how to negotiate and talk to people. So on that first phone call, we're getting to when they say no. On that first phone call, ooh, a 3% interest rate. What are you, a bank? Dude, why would you do that? You should have got like an 8 or 9 or 10. He's like, well, that's what the banks are giving. Well, our underwriters aren't going to like that, right? And oh, you got 1,000 down on a $200,000 property. Underwriters aren't going to like that. Oh, it goes for 50 years. Underwriters aren't going to like that. So by the end of the phone call, they're like, oh my God, my note's really crappy. I hope I can get something for it.
Yeah.
So when I call them back and give them a price, the discount's not going to be a shock to them, right? They're going to, there's a discount involved. I get it. And they'll be more open to hearing the options. Right? It's not all about the full purchase, then we got the options. So when they say no, I go back and I said, well, on the first phone call, wait a minute, didn't you say, you'd like to pay off some debt or, buy your daughter a car or pay for your son's college? Or so let's see how we can work this out. Here's 3 options. Here's a full purchase price. Here's a way to get just what you need to pay that college tuition this year. Here's a way to get a couple of years of that. And I give them some different options. Now I don't get everybody to say yes, obviously, right? I don't. What's I think my stats are like 2.3% over 31 years have accepted and closed. Yeah, I'd probably get 10% to say yes. It's the other, a lot of them don't work out.